Hello, my name is Naomi Kelly and I'm taking over Idyllic Adventures page, so a big thank you to Shane for inviting me here today. I'm originally from Cork and now I'm living in Dublin, Ireland, and I'm a young adult fantasy self-published author. I have 2 books out at the moment, my first being Trial by Obsidian and my second is Miraculous Siren's Story. I started writing about 2-3 years ago properly, but I've been kind of writing screenplays or theatre acts or just kind of my own poetry and things since I was about 13-14, but it just kind of became a proper hobby and something I really wanted to do a few years ago. So I'm going to talk about Trial by Obsidian. So this is Trial by Obsidian. It was the first book I ever fully finished after loads of work in progresses that never made it to the end point. It's the first one I finished and the first one I published. So Trial by Obsidian follows Juniper Obsidian. She's a young magician who lives in Drashore, which is the southern lands of the fantasy world I created. And everything's kind of going alright until she has to cross the border into the northern lands of Sonlara to get the obsidian crystal she needs to heal her brother who has become ill. Nothing goes to plan, of course, it's fantasy. There's kidnapping, there's enemy to lovers, there's all sorts of tropes in there that I had grown to love from years of reading that I worked into my own book. So this is my first one. And my second and most recent book is Miraculous Siren's Story. So this one came out of May this year and it's my newest favourite, the book I'm probably most proud of. As much as I have a soft spot for Trial by Obsidian, this one just came as an idea and I just gave it my all and I really love it. I also learned a lot of new skills for this one. So say I created the map in the front, which I was really proud of, so I want to go back and make one for Trial by Obsidian, and there's a lot of illustrations and things that I did myself in it as well. So say the back one, there's a little imagery. So yeah, this one follows Ren. She is a swimaway siren instead of a runaway teen who leaves home and leaves her family with the hope of finding her own life, not something that she feels destined to do. She wants to find her own fate, but just like Trial by Obsidian, everything goes wrong and her whole life gets turned upside down. We meet Kellen, who is the king of the enemy local lands, who has his own problems going on. His family has been kidnapped, he needs to find a way to get them back, and he thinks the best way to get them back is with a siren whose song he can use for his own advantage. So a lot of people, when they heard I was writing a mermaid book, thought it was going to be like, Ariel and the Little Mermaid, but it's a lot darker, it's a bit more gritty. She doesn't give up her voice at all. She's almost like the antithesis of Ariel, where she does everything the hard way and the dark way. Yeah, this is Miraculous. So one of the coolest things about being published was actually being able to do a collaboration with Collect Candles. Nola, who's the head candle maker and entrepreneur there, was really amazing and made me my own obsidian candle for my Trial by Obsidian. It smells amazing, and then of course this summer she also made me a Miraculous one as well. So it's really sea themed, it's got some lovely green crystals in it, and it's just everything to do with Ren and Miraculous. So that's definitely one of the coolest things about being an author, is having people, tagging Instagram pictures with your books, making merch, people giving fan art and things like that. So yeah, really loving that. So what I'm working on now is the sequel for Miraculous Siren's Story. The title is still a secret at the moment, but I am working on it. That's going to probably come out hopefully next spring, next summer, if I can get some time, get some writing done and stop getting distracted by Instagram and Bookstagram, which would be great. So that's my next plan. I also have a sequel lined up for Trial by Obsidian. The name is already released, it's Tribulation by Obsidian. But with that one I'm hoping to kind of go back, really fix some of the little things in Trial by Obsidian, hopefully make an omnibus book where they'd be together. So anyone that hasn't read my adventures with June yet can get everything, and people who have maybe go back, might add some little side stories, some little chapters, and really grow the universe into the duology it should be. So yeah, loads of things coming up in the future. So Trial by Obsidian and Miraculous are both available on Amazon, Kindle, Kindle Unlimited, where you can read it for free if you're a Prime customer, and Book Depository as well as Barnes & Noble I think as well, but I'm not sure. Miraculous Siren's Story is also available in any of the libraries in Ireland. You just have to request it. You can do that by ringing them or online at the moment because they are closed. I would like to give a big thank you to all of my Bookstagram girls who have helped me, you know, whether it's with book problems, author, getting reviews, handling bad reviews, anything like that. And that would be Estelle Tudor, who is the Through the Fairy Door series. So her book, Octavia Bloom and the Missing Key, came out, and it's really wonderful. It's like a middle grade book, it's wonderful. And then we have Kate Callahan, who is the author of Crowned a Traitor. She's working on a sequel as well at the moment, so I feel like we both have that how do I grow a universe kind of struggle, which is, she's very helpful. And then Shauna Richmond, who has the Wrath of Ragnarok, she has Shattered Steel, they're all coming out. There's loads of different books and prequels, so it's a whole Viking mythology, stabbing, killing saga that you really have to read. They're my recommendations. This has been my takeover. A big thank you to Shane at Idyllic Endeavours for having me on. And make sure you stay up to date with all of my books and coming up sequels and giveaways at Naomi Kelly Writing. Thank you.